Hi Stampers, this is Dawn, and today we're going to make this really adorable Bag-a-Lope. And this is the one that I got from my new friend, Linda McPherson. And we sat with them at dinner on the incentive trip when we went with Stampin' Up to Alaska. And she brought one of these for Patty and myself as a little gift at dinner one night, and I fell in love with it. So I recreated it. And these are the ones that I made for my Glitter Queens retreat. And of course, we always post our favorite colors so we know what kind of stuff to make for each other. So I made the Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo, and the Coastal Cabana. Now these are going to be one of their pillow gifts. So I'm going to make a totally different one with you today. So let's go ahead and show you that one. Okay, so we're going to make a Halloween version. Now this is the one that I had for my Glitter Queens to make for their shoebox swap for a 3D project. And we used the silver glimmer paper. This is the one that I used with the brand new copper glimmer paper. And this is going to be in the brand new holiday catalog, which is starting in just a couple weeks. But oh my gosh, there's so many amazing things in this catalog. So if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. And if you want one of these catalogs, just let me know. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make the silver one. And let me show you how this works. This is actually an envelope. And the lid, you take it off. And then I have some candy inside of mine, but you can see that it holds a lot of candy, and probably even more than what I even put into the envelope. So like I said, this is the silver one that we're going to make today. And then you want to pop that hat up. Isn't that cute? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to use some silver foil sheet for die cutting for the spider web, and then also some Whisper White for stamping. And then we're going to use the silver foil sheet and the basic black. Now the basic black is cut at 3.5 by 4. And then your glimmer paper is cut just a smidge, like almost 1/8 of an inch smaller. So I cut it at 3.5 by 4, but as you can tell when you flip it over, I cut it seriously, just a hair smaller, because I don't want that glimmer paper hanging over. And even if it does, you could always just cut it off, okay? So 3.5 by 4. And then you're going to need a piece of basic black. Now this is for the lid, and this is cut at 2 inches by 4 3/4, and you're going to score it at 1 inch. Okay. And then of course I'm using the Whisper White envelopes, and these are from Stampin' Up, and we're just going to use one envelope. So I'm just going to go ahead and seal this up. And I also, after making so many of these, I also realized that you can use your snail, which I think I'm going to use today. So I'm just going to seal these up. And then also where the envelope comes down at, I'm going to put some snail there. And then you want to make sure you adhere your side flaps right here as well, because when we score this, it won't come up that way. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab our paper trimmer first. We'll do some scoring. Okay, so you're going to take your envelope, and on the top part of the envelope side, you're going to cut just a hair off. So I got it set up at 1/4 of an inch, but you probably don't even need that much. So just remove that piece from your envelope. Now this is going to be the top of your Bag-a-Lope. Okay, so we're going to score on the 2 sides and then along the bottom at 1/2 inch. Now I scored over the edges a couple times because you're going through 2 layers of your envelope, and then also on the sides you're actually going through a few extra layers because of the flap that's sealed over. So you want to make sure you're scoring that enough to go through to the back side like that. Okay, so then you're just going to go ahead and fold your score lines. And the trick to this is that you want to fold both ways. So you're going to fold it one way and use your bone folder to crease your score lines, and then of course fold it the other way. This is going to make making your Bag-a-Lope a lot easier. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some stamping. I'm going to be using the Spooky Sweet stamp set, and this will be available in the holiday catalog, and it will be available in a bundle with the Spooky Bats Punch. Okay, so you can buy this in a bundle. So we're going to go ahead and grab our Memento ink. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp it first, and we're going to cut it out with the stitch shape framelits. I find it's a little bit easier to do that. Okay, all right, so now we're going to go ahead and grab our Big Shot. Okay, so we're going to use the stitch shape framelits in the ovals, and we're going to use the 3rd size from the largest. We're going to cut out the Spooky Sweets. Now when I'm cutting this out, I'm going to leave a little space over here to the left so I can put the hat there. Okay, so there's my greeting. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and cut out the spider web with the silver foil sheet. And I'm using the Cauldron framelits. And once again, these will be in the holiday catalog. And this will be available in a bundle as well with the Cauldron bubble stamp set. Okay, so we're going to use the spider web. And then also we're going to use the designer paper and cut out the hat. So I'm just going to cut out the framelit with the spider web first. Our spider web. Isn't it cute? Okay, so this is the Toil and Trouble designer paper that will also be in the holiday catalog. And I'm just going to use the hat framelit, and we're going to cut out one of the hats. And really, it's totally up to you whichever hat you want to use. I think I'm going to use this one right here. The framelit fits perfect. Go ahead and cut that out. Okay, so now we're going to cut the front layer of the basic black piece. Remember, this is the 3.5 by 4 piece. And we're going to use the Lakeside framelits. We're going to use this image right here. This is actually the framelit that I also used for the gifts for my Glitter Queens retreat. All right, so we're going to use this piece right here. And I have a tip for you. So I'm going to be using some wax paper. That's what it looks like. And using this framelit, I found that when you lay a piece of wax paper over it, it cuts out so much nicer. So we're just going to lay this right onto the basic black on top of the wax paper and then cut that through there. And I'm also going to run it through a couple times. So it's just running your fingernails across that to have all the paper fall out. Really super nice. Okay, so we're just going to do that again. You should get 2 passes with this framelit on your black piece of cardstock. Well, that pretty much pulled all the paper pieces out. Isn't that awesome? And you take your glimmer paper and put it behind that. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. All right, so I think we're done with the Big Shot. So let's go ahead and move that. Okay, so let's bring in our pieces. Here's our envelope. And when you're building your glimmer paper behind the basic black, I found that using just glue dots is perfectly fine. So I'm going to go ahead and add some glue dots, and at least one in each corner, but I found that you could put extra if you wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so you're just going to take your glimmer paper and put it right behind that basic black piece and adhere those glue dots to the glimmer paper. Really super easy. All right, let's go ahead and make our greeting part. We're going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to put it behind the spooky. And then we're also going to put the dimensional on the back of the hat. And I'm going to take the Spooky Sweets and I'm just going to balance the hat on the side. Isn't that cute? All right, we're going to set that aside, and then along with the spider web, we'll set that aside. All right, let's make our Bag-a-Lope. So after you've scored it and folded it both ways, now you're just going to put your hand in the envelope and you're just going to press that down. See how much easier it is when you fold it both ways. And then we're going to pinch the ends. Just like that. And then these flaps right here are going to fold over. And again, I'm going to add a glue dot. Okay, so you're just going to push this down. You can add more than one glue dot if you wanted. I'm just doing this for the sake of the video, just to show you how to do it. Okay, so where the flap is on the envelope will be the back side of your bag-a-lope. And then you're just going to push in the score line of the envelope. Press that together. Just like that. Okay, so then this is your bag-a-lope, and it's a freestanding bag too. Isn't that adorable? Okay, so now for the lid part, we're going to take our 1/2-inch circle punch, and after you folded it, you're going to put your circle punch in, and you're only going to punch a little tiny bit. Hopefully that's showing up. Just like that. And you're going to do both sides. Okay, and then this is going to fit over top of your bag-a-lope. Okay, now we're going to tie it, and I'm using 3 different black accessories. So we're using the black sequins trim and the black glittered ribbon, and this will be in the holiday catalog as well, and then also the black cord. This is the 1/8 black cord, and I went ahead already and cut a piece of the cord, and I found that if you tie this first in a knot and then take it off to add all the other accessories, all the other ribbon, it's a little bit easier because you don't want to squish your envelope. So I'm just going to put the lid on, and I'm going to tie a knot. At least I'm going to attempt to do this on camera. So you're just going to tie a knot. Okay, and then you can take it off of your bag-a-lope to finish it off. So we're just going to take our glittered ribbon, and you're just going to cut a strip of that, and then also the sequins trim in the black. Okay, so we're just going to take our lid part where we tied the knot. You're going to lay your sequins and then the glittered ribbon, and then you're just going to tie it again and then finish it off with the bow. Okay, isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. Let me adjust the cord. Okay, and then you can trim that down if you want. Kind of like it fairly long. Looks kind of like a spider. And then you can move it to the side if you want. I like it over to the left-hand side. All right, then we're just going to go ahead and attach our basic black piece. And you can use the snail adhesive on the back of the new glimmer paper now, which is awesome. I'm just going to put this right on the front. Putting my hand inside to press that down really nicely. You're going to go ahead and put your candy inside if you want. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put the lid on. So I'm just going to pinch one side, making sure all the ribbon comes to the front. And there's the lid. Now we're going to build our front with our greeting and our cute little witch's hat. This is just going to go over here. Okay, so we're going to take our spider web. We're just going to put this right underneath the hat off to the side, just like that. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh, I love it. So then here's the other one with the silver. And then here's one with the cotton. That's going to be in the holiday catalog as well. So like on this one that I used with the Detailed with Love, I put it like Linda did on hers. So when you close your lid, it kind of goes over the top of that. Hopefully that makes sense. So let me bring on all those again. So this is the Highland Heather, Melon Mambo, Costa Cabana, Flirty Flamingo. Aren't they cute? And then the Gorgeous Grape. Okay, so that's it. So if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll have all the items listed below, and then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you later. Bye.